Thank you.
And you're like really hard.
Shane.
Do we know who was going to be setting the presents?
I mean, this is my normal attire at my desk. So socks. Yeah, the shoes are right there available. You know, like if they're all on the heels, you just take them off and just sleep. Oh, he's the one to do it. I'm just waiting for the day that society accepts bare feet.
At this point in time in the
But it's amazing how tough your feet get when you're used to it, too.
yeah,
So you want to be able to
They told us that. Okay.
I can tell you, at first he was all excited. Now he's just kind of okay. What happened?
Because I'm over here. But that's okay.
I was a squadron. When I was attached, I went to I was on the recruitment. I did like 11 months on the recruitment. So that's all I got, 11 months of time. That's all I want. No, it's gonna happen. Being a, now, if I ever go to, it's like being a CSO, or even medicine. That's like that. The only way I can go back to the squadron would be like come see him.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But other than that,
Excellent perception, excellent save. He did. Yeah, he did. And he did remember after the guy was gone.
so we're whammo.
And he talked to him several times.
Yeah, so a lot of us will go and go to admirals.
Did he figure out that my comments were really the prompt him to know the guy?
He didn't say that. He didn't let on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we go for we'll travel. We got jobs to do.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Even with that whole introduction, he didn't
fine.
I can just turn his face like,
If I go back out to sea, I don't know. Small shit. I don't like it. You want to go to here? Yeah. Who were you on before? What? Okay.
but you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Are you going back in this room? Yeah. Is medical not right?
You already laughing, you know what you're telling me.
So there's a massive building, man.
So much y'all don't know. So, at this point, we're
Right? Who's doing the telephone? Oh, the guy standing up? Are you in the military? Right. Army? Oh, okay.
For the kids.
Yeah.
But see, he's still ain't
Check it out, yeah.
He's still having
So, the finance people, Berkshire, you said it was good for
Yeah, subject matter.
the original.
Oh, okay.
but it all has to come together at some point. We're both in the end of the day.
We had an army guy because
Right, you wanna pose it with the exhibition
he has E.
Yeah, exactly. We're buying outside.
All they do is they go
It's not charging. I think it was I don't know if it was transmission. Let me call Master. He had a hard life. He probably saw that he was talking.
$100.
roads aren't, so you're not, compared to the state. Well, that may be true, but the roads are not. That's going to be like a 2 big video. Remember Smitty?
I do remember Smitty. How are you?
So I single-handedly on my re-election 2010 to this woman. That's true. And this is the mayor of Alexandria.
Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Thanks so much for coming.
Right to know
You
you.
said you were shocked or you got the best? How you doing?
It's so great to see you. How are you, man? Governor. Well, thanks for the passport, man. Absolutely. We're all going to have to climb the wall here. We're already climbing the wall. All right. Sorry. Hey, everybody.
Well, good morning to everybody and welcome to Sport Rock. I don't know about you all, but this is an exciting day for me. Finally, after a long year, there is finally a very bright light at the end of this long tunnel. So thank you all so much for joining us today. I have had the opportunity to tour Sport Rock with Lillian. This business started back in 1994 and has grown to what we see here today, another site also here in northern Virginia, 40,000 square feet of just elevated rock climbing opportunities here. As a matter of fact, President Lillian, while she was taking us around, asked Mr. President and I if we'd like to display some of our talents rock climbing today. And because of time constraints, we're only reading that. I want you to all join me and give a round of applause to the President and First Lady of the United States of America. Thank you. Acknowledge that Dr. Biden, who is one of my fellow state employees, we are so grateful that you teach here in Virginia at Northern Virginia Community College. So please welcome the First Lady. As you probably know, there are a number of dignitaries here with us today, and I'd like to give it my best attempt at recognizing some of them. We have Congressman Jerry Connolly. Jerry, thank you for being with us today. My favorite Lieutenant Governor, Congressman Don Beyer, welcome. Senator George Barker, I saw in the audience. Senator, good to see you this morning. Senator Adam Evan, thank you very much for your leadership. We have the Speaker, the first woman Speaker of the House of Delegates, Speaker Eileen Philipporn. Welcome, Eileen. And our leader in the House of Delegates, Charnel Herring. Charnel, welcome. Our Mayor, Justin Wilson, is here with us today. Justin. We have numerous members of our local council and school board. Thank you all so much for being here and your leadership over this past year. And finally, Superintendent Greg Hutchins for helping to put all this together. Thank you. It is also great to see all the students with us today and teachers. They have joined us from schools right here in Alexandria, and I want to tell everybody that this past 14 months have no doubt been a very difficult and unprecedented time for our students, our teachers, and school staff. They have literally made sacrifices, and they are our heroes, and on behalf of all of us, please thank our teachers, our staff, and our students. Today, we mark a tremendous milestone in our fight against COVID-19. As of 12:01 this morning, for the first time since March 2020, there are no limits on capacity or distancing in Virginia's restaurants, businesses, offices, or other venues. That's something that we can all be proud of. We are closer to a more normal life than we have been in the past 14 months. And I don't know about for you, but for me, that feels really good. For this, we can thank the vaccines and the scientists and researchers who developed them. We're now roughly 6 months into the vaccine rollout, and I'm proud to say that 66% of Virginia adults have had their first shot. 54%, more than half of Virginians, are fully vaccinated, which puts us 14th amongst all states and ahead of other states in the South. Those are tremendous numbers, and I'm fully confident that Virginia will hit President Biden's goal of 70% of adults getting their first shot by July the 4th. We can see, yes. We can see in real time that the more people get vaccinated, the fewer people get COVID. It is very simple math. Our case counts have been dropping for weeks. 6 weeks ago, we had an average of over 1,600 new cases per day. Today, we have an average of fewer than 400 new cases a day, numbers we haven't seen since April of 2020. Our daily new infection rate is the 9th lowest in the nation and 3rd lowest east of the Mississippi. Our hospitalizations and deaths are dropping as well. This is a direct result of people getting vaccinated. I am grateful to every Virginian, including those 12 and older, who have done the right thing and gotten the shot. We are focused on making sure that getting a vaccine is as easy as possible for every Virginian. And where communities are harder hit by the virus or have more barriers to access, we make extra effort. We want everyone to be able to get the shot. We are also just so grateful to President Biden and his administration. We're able to kick off summer enjoying the things that we have always cherished, thanks to your leadership, sir, and focus on increasing production of vaccines, getting to the states, and finally getting shots in arms. As governor, I can tell you that having a partner in the White House makes a huge, huge difference. Setting clear goals, as he has done, and supporting us with the resources we need to meet those goals. And as a doctor, I know it also makes a big difference when leadership respects science and follows its lead. Finally, this weekend, as you all know, is Memorial Day. Lifting the capacity and distancing restrictions will make a big difference for those businesses relying on holiday travelers. But we cannot forget the purpose of Memorial Day, to honor those military service members who have made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. This weekend, please, please take the time to remember them and their sacrifice and to comfort their families. All of our service members deserve that. Thank you all so much. Jacob.
It is my honor to introduce President Biden. Welcome to Virginia, Mr. President, and our First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden. Dr. Biden, you are no stranger to the city of Alexandria. You have taught here at the community college for many years. We are proud to have both of you here today. My name is Jacob Bosley, and I'm a high school junior. I want to start by saying thank you to President Biden and Governor Northam. Because of the incredible work that has been done by your administrations, doctors, nurses, and volunteers all over the country, I'm able to be here today, fully vaccinated and without a mask. It feels great, and I'm really excited to get back to normal and enjoy my summer vacation. When this pandemic started, we all made sacrifices, especially students and young people, and our teachers and school administrators who are owed a debt of gratitude for all they have done for us students this past year. It's been a long year. For months, my brothers and I, my parents, we have masked up and kept our social distance to protect those who we love. and we are going to keep using good common sense, wear a mask in a large, crowded area, keep our distance, and wash our hands for 20 seconds, just as Dr. Fauci said. And most importantly, get vaccinated. I've had my second shot, and it's a game changer. My school is back open, offering in-person learning. I'm playing sports and hanging out with my family and friends. With Memorial Day weekend here, I'm excited to go to the pool and go on vacation with my friends and family. Last but not least, I'm also excited to have a normal senior year of high school. This wouldn't have happened without Americans doing the right thing and getting vaccinated. And it definitely wouldn't have happened without the strong leadership behind our president, Mr. Biden. President Biden, it is an honor to welcome you here to the Commonwealth of Virginia and to say thank you.
Thank you. I don't know about y'all, but following a governor, introducing the president in front of about half the legislature and the national press when I was a junior in high school, no, it wouldn't be close. I just want you to remember me when you're president. When I go by, don't say Joe who, okay? Promise me? Before I begin, I'd like to say a quick word about an old friend of mine. A quick word about Senator John Warner. I had the privilege of serving with John for 3 decades in the United States Senate. And I can say without hesitation he was a man of conscience and a man of honor. And in his life full of honors, the most enduring was his service to the people of Virginia. And we're going to miss him dearly. And, you know, John took chances. I was stunned, pleased and stunned, when in the middle of my primary, John endorsed me for President of the United States. It was how things sort of used to be back in the old days in the United States Senate when I first got there. People, didn't happen that often, but people would cross the aisle to work with one another. John was a man of great integrity, and he's going to be missed, and Virginia was just fortunate to have him as long as they did. Now, Jacob, I want to thank you for sharing your story, and I want to, you pointed out that my wife works for the governor. No wonder she doesn't pay attention to me when I'm around the governor. But all kidding aside, I'm very proud of the fact that Jill has, teaching is not what Jill does. Teaching is who she is. And she's done it her whole adult life. And she's still doing it. I know some people said, when you're first lady, are you going to continue to teach? She said, yes, but I don't think she bargained for having to teach online initially. You know, students, I watched her. She spent more time, 4 hours a day, for about a month, learning how to teach online. So don't feel bad about y'all having to do it. I watched the teachers have to do it. At any rate, and I just want to say that, you know, we're in a position now, Governor Northam, I want to thank you for your welcome to the Commonwealth. And I want to thank you for all you're doing to help win the fight against COVID. You're one of the best governors in the country in taking this on. And you did it from the beginning. And Mayor Wilson, thanks for the passport into the city. I promise I'll leave in time, but thank you. And Congressman Connolly and Beyer, they are both members of Congress, but Congressman Connolly got to the Congress with a real impediment. He worked for me for years before that on my staff. And everything's gone downhill since you left, yeah, but thank you. And I want to thank the Speaker as well, and the Senate Majority Leader, as well as thank all of you working so hard for the people here in Northern Virginia. 4 months after I took office, we're further along in this fight than anyone thought possible. Let's remember where we were 129 days ago. When I took office, we were averaging 184,000 cases per day nationwide. Here in Virginia, as the governor pointed out, schools were closed. Main Street had gone quiet here and in cities all across America. Virginia Tech didn't play in a bowl game this winter, first time in 28 years. And so many joys of life, large and small, have been halted by a long, dark winter. And today, we've gone from 184 cases per day nationwide to fewer than 22,000 cases per day. Deaths have dropped by over 85%. Tens of thousands of moms and dads, grandpops and grandmas, brothers, sisters, neighbors, friends are still with us today who would otherwise have been lost. This has been true here in Virginia particularly. From 43,000 cases the week before I took office to fewer than 2,800 the past week, a 93% decline. We've been able to do it for 3 reasons. First, we planned and executed a vaccination effort at a scale and speed never before seen here or anywhere in the world. Here in Virginia, that meant $247 million in federal funding for community vaccination sites. Over 360 federally funded National Guard members supporting the state's COVID-19 response. Getting doses to community health care centers, 1,000 pharmacies all across Virginia, and creating a mass vaccination site in Norfolk, initially run by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the United States Navy in partnership with Virginia. Second reason that we succeeded is governors like Governor Northam have been instrumental partners. Leaders in red states and blue states working with businesses, faith leaders, community groups to get it done at a local level. And thirdly, and most crucially, the American people. More than 165 million Americans so far have done their patriotic duty, 165 million, and gotten at least 1 shot. Americans of every party, every race, creed, have come together, rolled up their sleeves literally, and done their part. Now, 51% of American adults have been fully vaccinated. 75% of seniors fully vaccinated, leaving nobody behind, black, white, Hispanic, across the world, across the board. They've been getting their vaccinations. In Virginia, 55%, as the governor said, of all adults are vaccinated. I believe that's the right number, Gov. And look at what that means. We aren't just saving lives, we're getting our lives back. Stores and restaurants up and down Main Street are hanging open signs on their front doors. And here in the rock climbing gym, we're greeted by another, and we're greeting one another with smiles, with our masks off, and I'm about to do this 60-foot wall, but I tell you what, I work out every morning, but I said, I have trouble holding those grips then. And the young man said to me, he said, the way to work your hands, he said, get a kettlebell, a light one, and just put it under your fingers and work it that way. Tonight I'm trying. But folks, look, in Norfolk and Fredericksburg, fans are heading back to the minor league ballparks. Pools and parks are opening up across the state. Families are heading down to spend Memorial Day weekend at Virginia Beach and all over the country. We've gone from pain and stagnation of a long, dark winter to an economy on the move growing faster than it has in nearly 40 years. From anemic job creation in the months before I took office to the fastest job creation in the first 3 months of any administration in American history, and rising wages. As more Americans get vaccinated, the days grow brighter and brighter. But let me be clear, we're not done yet. We have to reach those who are not vaccinated and make it as easy as possible for them to get protected. I set an ambitious goal of getting 70% of adult Americans at least 1 shot by July the 4th. Today, just over a month to go, we're at 62%. 10 states have already reached the 70% milestone. Virginia is 66, is moving closer every day. And continuing on counting on just all the help and continuing this process is really, I think you're going to get the job done here in Virginia pretty quickly, Gov. To hit 70% and keep sprinting through the finish line is what we're all about. If we succeed, we can celebrate our independence from the virus together on the 4th of July as we celebrate our independence as a nation. And the future is only going to get brighter because there will be no doubt what America can achieve when we do it together. I know when I ran for office, I said I wanted to do 3 things, one of which was to unite the country. It's difficult, but this is the first real evidence that we're able to do it. The American people are more ready to come together, I believe, than the Congress and the elected officials are. But we're getting there. If you aren't vaccinated yet, it's never been easier. If convenience is the issue, there are 80,000 locations. Visit vaccines.gov or text your zip code to 438829, and you'll find the sites nearest you. It'll pop up immediately, and in almost all cases, you don't need an appointment. If transportation is an issue, I want to thank Lyft and Uber. They've come forward and they've offered free rides to and from vaccination sites through the July 4th. So anybody who says they can't get there, call Lyft or Uber. They're doing a patriotic thing. They'll come and pick you up, take you to the vaccination center, wait for you, and take you back to your home or wherever you emerge from. And you know, cost is an issue. Don't be concerned. The vaccine is 100% free. And if time is an issue, there are 10,000 sites offering vaccinations without an appointment. 1,000 pharmacies in Virginia alone. And the vast majority offer no appointment, with no appointment required. We made extraordinary progress. Every American should be proud of what we've accomplished, and we did it together. But we still have 5 weeks left to hit our goal. You know, and I know we can do it. Just look at what we've done so far. There's not a single thing, and I've been saying this a long time, and I think a lot of the press are smart as the devil, think I'm being naive. There's nothing we cannot accomplish if we do it together. I really believe that. Nothing we've ever set our mind to as Americans that we failed at when we've done it together. And Virginia, you know you're doing your part. So, you know, I remember always would hear in the last administration, I'd hear when they talk about vaccines and that we're going to make great progress. He said there's light at the end of the tunnel. I was reminded of my generation in the 60s. There was a very raunchy comedian who said, yeah, there's light, when he was talking about the Vietnam War. He said, yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's a freight train. Well, this time there's sunlight at the end of the tunnel. There's real light. There's real light. And Gov, I really mean this. I'm not being political. You've done one hell of a job, Doc. You've done a hell of a job, and it matters. It matters. So I want to thank you all. God bless you. God protect our troops. And tell me, why aren't you in school? School off today? All right, well, anyway, thank you all very much. What grade are you listening? Seniors. When's graduation? What day?
June 12th.
June 12th. All right. And so the youngest are what grade? Third? All right. Boring.
Thanks.
Yes, we did test the road. All right. Let me just call them and tell them that we're getting off.